Now, I think I first became aware of you, man. I heard you on Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah. Man, what a fiasco.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You know, you just...
Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad.
What the fuck happened on Clubhouse?
What?
Man.
You didn't hear that, man?
Boogaloo, man.
I'm just trying to get you to talk about it. I'm just trying to get you to talk. I'm trying to get the vet to talk about it.
Look, it went from me trying to, link up with, I've heard it was other artists and producers, and I met a few real niggas on that app. You know what I'm saying? That
Definitely,
I still
definitely.
convey with today. Shout out my nigga Deuce Sims out of the Brims. That's my guy.
Okay.
ODM Slim.
Right.
Lupe, Rockstar, KK,
Okay.
Mystic.
Okay.
And the list goes on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And them some good dudes, man.
Right.
And I went up there, I went on there basically musical network.
Right.
I didn't know anything about these apps as far as Instagram, Facebook, but it was one of the homies told me like, hey man, Clubhouse is an app for music. Get on there and get the,
Right.
I'm like, well, shit. Let me go in here and try to figure it out. So I end up meeting some cats, and then I end up in this room by the name of the Shade Room, and I'm like, something should have told me like this don't got a good name.
Messy Shade Room, nigga.
The Shade Room. I go up in there.
How you missed that?
Bro, I don't. It's
messy ass.
I'm not knowing.
I know,
like,
bro,
I'm not knowing what it is. I'm green as fuck.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
shit, what is this shit, right?
Okay, all right.
Man, I go up in that bitch, man.
I
A cat see my name. He like, YAH L. Hey, you from the Orange? I'm like, yeah. He like, you know such and such? I'm like, oh yeah, he all bad, man. We don't deal with that dude. So we got to chopping it up like that. So he mentioned your boy. He mentioned Roddy.
Right.
I say, oh man, that's a whole nother situation, man. That's not something that I'd approve of. He was like, hey, what you mean, man? I kind of know him. I know him from L.A. Being an L.A. cat, he from L.A. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that too. He was a runaway. He didn't want to, he didn't want to do his dishes, so it's run away from home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling them the story. Like, bro ran away from home. He didn't want to do his dishes, so he ran away. Runaway love. One of them type of situations. Long story short,
what else, L?
Come on.
One
of them situations. But long story short, because nigga was like, man, is like really from over there? I'm like, nah, bro. I was one of the vets on the boulevard that he was talking about. He
Definitely a vet.
He wasn't hanging with me. He might have been with some cats that are associated. I got some little homies that he did know that is locked up now, but it wasn't like a function. It was like, oh, I know, bro, he cool.
Right.
Type situation. Didn't grow up in the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not one of those authentic things like I'm being from here because I'm
from there.
I got love.
Right.
So you felt you were just being truthful about
I was
the
just being.
situation.
I felt like I was just expressing my truth about it, which was the truth. It was a gimmick, business move, one of them like CB4 type situations.
Oh shit.
And that's kind of like how I rolled over. No, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's kind of how it rolled over. So when I took my stance, I took a stance on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, bro, look, I don't really like how the politics. I don't like this. Nigga like, man, this business. You get to hearing niggas say shit like, I got niggas, man. We gonna eat together. We gonna look out for the real niggas. I'm like, hey, man, that shit gonna backfire on the real niggas.
Because you started with them.
I started with them. So you know what we stand for? We stand for the authenticity, being authentic,
Right.
Having authenticity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know to be fake. I don't know how to do that.
Right. I feel
Long story short, some things were said as far as him being from where he's originally from, and me vindicating and voicing what was really going on in the community. Injustices, people being locked up for being innocent.
Right.
For a fight about some things that happened, and I had some dudes reach out like, "Hey man, you need to vindicate for real dudes that's in jail. You got a platform. I heard you did a record. You on the radio. Like, speak for him because he needs the voice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for sure, that's what you're supposed to do. I get on Clubhouse. I get to saying some things. WACK come in the room. WACK's like, well, if you talking about nephew, I can get him on the phone.
I swear, it's like,
and I'm like,
anything he's saying is like, I I was like, I was listening to that shit like live and direct.
I was too though. Like,
Yeah,
I was
it's
too.
perfect how he's saying all that because this is wow.
And it's like, you know,
Oh, this conversation was over at Clubhouse when you
yeah,
talking
I'm
about
talking.
This
yeah.
was not
So-
too. This was not too far after Big E stopped fucking with him though. Too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm
This was not
saying?
too far
Okay.
after that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and this was like the beginning of the year, like around January for March,
Right.
around,
Yeah,
around
well,
that
yeah,
time.
it's like in
So
the
you
beginning
didn't
of the
you,
year.
didn't- you didn't know that? Did you know that WACK 100 was in the Clubhouse while you?
No, I
you
did
know-
not. I knew he was on Clubhouse. I just didn't
Right.
know how his role would be so influenced, and then
Right,
how
right.
it would be how Roddy was to come on to Clubhouse.
Right.
Because,
right,
you
I
know,
mean, honestly, because like
He was
remembering
the-
how that conversation was,
Right.
Wack was like low key like playing it like both sides.
yeah,
like,
he was siding with me.
You could tell like it's like it
He was
very
on some
much was-
instigation.
Correct.
Yeah, but it was sounding like he was more leaning to his side of them and say what a day or two later he get Roddy on Clubhouse, but he right there front and center. All right, got Roddy on the line.
And then, you know, it
It was
was
a whole different
it
nix.
was pre-edited.
A whole different nigga. I'm
Me-
like,
You got in the
damn.
character.
It was like some shit like, hey, look, don't yell at him. Don't run him off. Let him get his piece off. So by the time he get on and the title says false flag, and it's like, shit, what can I do? I don't know how to. I don't know how to create no like
he
nigga.
gonna
I don't know how to
control the
create no room, but
He
shit,
gonna
I'm,
control the room of the
Nigga.
shit. So the moderator or whoever, they could edit the shit. So
Yeah, so I'm like,
Oh,
shit.
this shit was pumped the fuck up.
nigga. When I say
This
pumped
shit was
up,
pumped the fuck up.
man, niggas was like, what the fuck? Roddy got on the internet for him? Who is this nigga? I'm like, nigga, you better do your background check.
the nigga
Fuck
Wack
you talking
is so
about?
happy to just stumble on his conversation.
Right.
Right when Roddy wanted to get on Clubhouse, Wack is front and center. He
Nigga,
damn near
what?
the first one.
He orchestrated the whole
He
thing.
did.
And it was like, niggas was like, you know, I had homies like,
late to that
nigga,
one.
you discussing, you know, grip business with this nigga. I'm like, first off, nigga, first off,
That ain't what happened.
that ain't even what it is, nigga.
Right.
Calm
That's
down.
so
And then
real.
half of you niggas trying to say anything, you can't say nothing. You ain't got no resume to say nothing. Nigga, chill the fuck out.
They got everybody else. All right,
Please,
man. Everybody
nigga.
mute your mic, man. Let them get their piece
But the
off.
whole thing
Don't
was
say nothing. Anybody say something, get kicked to the gulag.
how Jay saying it was strategically so he can get on there, pump it up, say all the rhetorics, and then get off.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened, bro. He said he got on Clubhouse. You nigga, you ever touched $1 million?
Yeah, I heard all of that.
Nigga, I ain't what I look like. I'm getting a bag and come back fucking hanging with you. And I'm like, nigga, hang with me. Nigga, we ain't never hung in the first place. Fuck you. Like it was sporadic moments where throughout his you know I had met him, you know, because they were talking about like it's some real niggas from the hood. Woo, woo. So when I finally met him the first time I met him, it was like, man, I heard a lot about you. Real humble, real respectful. You know, this person seems like they were a little, you know, they caught this diva spirit. I don't know. It was just
Basically, he was a whole different person.
it was a whole different
from the
individual,
person
bro.
he was in your face.
Man, it was totally different. You know what I'm saying? And I was took back. I was kind of shocked. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you doing all this yelling and you not staying on topic of discussion.
Right.
And I ended up getting off topic because I got like I'm looking at my phone like, is this nigga really doing all this yelling and puffing your chest? I said, let me chill. I don't really yell on the phone with all this extra stuff because when I see you, I'm going to talk to you like a grown-ass man. We going to talk. Yeah.
I feel you.
Have you been back
Yeah.
to the Orms
Negative.
after that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
I seen him doing like a little giving away groceries in at a supermarket.
Yeah.
Bought everybody groceries.
Orms or by the Orms.
Yeah, that, you
I
know.
don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
know.
No, I'm thinking.
The Orms is the women to
I
the
never
Orms.
met that
to-
brother.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings to that brother. Never met
Nah,
that
yeah, I know.
man.
Jay great. He great. He ain't got no politic in this, man. He just being a great dude and
Yeah.
a
But
great
to
dude.
piggyback off that, it's like that's why I'm glad I'm cool with just having the respect I got in my neighborhood, even without actually gang banging. Like,
And
Just being
and that's
yourself.
what that's the offer I told him when he came to me and was like, look, bro, I don't want to do this. Like, you ever seen somebody look like hey, look, I don't want to slide. You ever had somebody
Who
like
said
that?
that?
Roddy.
Oh, there's some new information. So
Yeah, I said it. No cap. I said it before. Like, bro came to me and another nigga from, you know, that was in the community that day. strategic put on happened. And I basically told him like, hey, bro, I would respect you if you didn't claim and just if you attached yourself with the homies, that's cool. Be an artist.
He didn't want to do what Game Banging came with.
Nah, he didn't, respectfully, and I understood that. But then when you attach yourself, you don't understand the historical things and what we really stand on. You just getting a watered down version, bro. You got a watered down version. And I was just trying to be a mentor, I was trying to be a big homie by schooling you and lacing your chucks, the ones you never put on. I tried to school you. Right. And you didn't want that schooling because you was being fooling by individuals who were just saying, oh, it's just, well, you need a backstory. You know what I'm saying? Right. And having that backstory comes with niggas knowing the authenticity and who's real and who's not. And you didn't fit that who is, you fit the who's not. So you know what I'm saying?
So do you think that he felt like y'all was cool and then the Clubhouse shit came out, or prior before that he knew y'all wasn't cool no more? Like
before Clubhouse, it was like niggas was already saying like, fuck that nigga. Right. So his mind was probably like, man, I don't even know this nigga like that anyway. Right. I only met him a few times. I don't know this nigga. Right. Who, like, I heard about him. Yeah, these niggas told me about him. He, whatever. But I don't know this nigga. I don't got no ties to this nigga. Hell, I didn't even grow up over there. So really and truly, what do
I can say whatever I want.
I can say what I want. I ain't never
gotta come back. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got niggas who, grew up in the hood who, they like, well, shit, man, it's a lot of niggas who get put on and never come around. We not talking about them.
Also, certain niggas trying to take up for him.
Oh man, they doing it now. Because it's like, I know how prostitutes work. They'll do anything to get that bag. They'll believe, say, would tell you anything. Right. You got niggas really attaching themselves like, man, it's just for the bag. Right. You got real niggas who's sacrifice what they stand on for this community. That really needs to be edified, bro.
Right. So people that taking up for him are like prostitutes.
Hoes, nigga. You a motherfucking hoe, nigga. Goddamn hoe. Fucking nigga, man, listen. Nigga's a goddamn hoe, nigga. A whore. I call them horchatas. Yeah, that's what they do, man. Niggas are they gon' shimmy to any little. They shimmying. You can do tickets. I want a shirt. I just want to. I didn't heard niggas say I just want to be around.
I want a shirt.
I want to be. I don't give a fuck. I just want to be around. Nigga, you just want to hold a nigga dick. The dick holder, the professional dick holder.
While he pee.
Come on, man. Damn. Like, come on, bro. What is we doing as men?
Right.
I've never asked a nigga for nothing. I told him like, nigga, you rapping all these stories about cats. It's a story you need to be aware of, nigga, who's innocent in jail for not committing a crime. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, tell that story. You don't want to tell that story, huh? Yeah, I know why. Because the people you attached to got something to do with this man being in jail. Innocent. For standing on them real politics. Them politics I warned your ass about, boy.
Oh, shit.
Nigga warned you and told you, like, nigga, these real politics, why is you acting like I'm over here begging you for a feature? Or, nigga, first off, you couldn't charge me for a feature. Because I'm the one you sound like. Secondly, I'm trying to school you, youngster. You don't know enough. You ain't been through what I've been through. You don't got no dead homies. You ain't been to no funerals. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't never been to no squabble for this. Bust on for this. Okay. Jail time for this. So it's like me trying to make you aware and people like keeping you sheltered because they know the real is trying to get to you. And, hey, look, bro, check this out, man. If you gonna do it like this. I'm trying to school you to do it like this because I did it, elevated from it. My mind is not even on bullshit. I'm elevating from this. I'm trying to school you like, bro, if you're going to be out here claiming this and standing on something, nigga, stand with some real shit. Right. Some real niggas who out here really politicking. Right. Pushing that line for real.
If you really going to do it, I feel that.
And it's, I cannot sell myself that short. I couldn't do it. Knowing where I came from, knowing that it's from every community, not just mine, but every community has a loss that hit them in a way to where you're like, man, I wish this should have changed. Until you've experienced that, you wouldn't understand this pain, bro.
Ooh, preach.
You would not understand this pain that I face, nigga.
Preach.
Or this man that's been locked up for 22 years over a lie because he caught a fade for standing on what's right. Come on, man. You will never understand this, boy. Until you sit down with your big homie and really let me school you and educate you. You wouldn't understand this, homie. And that's what I was trying to do. It might have came out of way because I was angry and upset that you can monetize a lifestyle that you have really no understanding on. You might have heard of it. Certain people lived, whatever around you, but to really experience this, going to funerals and seeing your homies and your tears is because you know what you got to do when you see your homie laying in that casket. Or your homie getting ready to write you and ask you for them damn boxes. Them level 4 politics. You understand what I'm saying? He don't know none of it. Ain't been to jail. You ain't been in the jail cell longer than 24 hours. This is the politics. These are the things that niggas that gave their life for and their freedom for. So I can respect my man when he say, look, hey, I didn't want to be with that politic. I can respect that. So don't get mad at me. Don't hate the player. I'm one of the players in the motherfucking game, nigga.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I remember when I heard that shit.
Like, nigga.
I thought WACK set you up though.
Yeah.
I thought he set you up.
It was for the look.
Yeah.
It was for the look.
Cause it was like a certain kind of conversation.
Yeah, man.
That couldn't be had on that platform. You know what I'm saying? Like it was,
sure.
and it made,
especially involving outsiders and shit.
Right. I'm like, this ain't even a conversation that's supposed to be had amongst. You know what I'm saying?
Outsiders, like,
and WACK 100 know this, and he know this. So he immediately put you at a disadvantage. I was like, man, that was kind of fucked up how he did that. That was my whole thought process. Like, this is a real conversation that's not even supposed to be had in this platform right here.
I'ma say
and
like
it's making this nigga look a certain type of way.
It made me look like a hater.
Right.
I'm gonna respectfully say it.
Right.
Everybody who heard that conversation, because of when people heard the conversation and they started to see the narratives behind it, automatically he's a hater. He's an extortioner. He's trying to use him. He's trying to punk him.
But see, me being from these environments, I understood that. Like, we discussed this. I was like, just the way it got framed, WACK 100 knew what he was doing, and it, you know what I'm saying?
Because I was really supposed to voice the injustice that one of my homeboys was facing, and it was basically for Roddy to shed light on that. And you've monetized the wealth off of our community. At least look out for somebody who's innocent. Right. That's what the real politic was about, because I got caught up in my emotions and said, like, nigga, you ain't did nothing for me. I didn't want you to do nothing for me. Right. But because of everything happening so fast, right, and I couldn't articulate it right there and there because I was caught up in emotion. Right. Because he came at me in a way, I'm just like, bro,
it's kind of shocking.
It shocked me, bro. Yeah. It shocked me, bro.
Yeah. Right.
And not just that, it was shit that happened after that, and it was a build up, and it wasn't even the homies, it was that family. You get what I'm saying? Right. It wasn't the homies politicking, because it's like, nigga, y'all know me. Right. You know me, and I know you. I know who you truly are, and you know who I'm truly is.
I feel you.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
So when you don't see me, understand, you be blessed, because you don't see me.
Right.
Be blessed.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, my mind now is like, I'm more so vindicating for men and children, women that have lost loved ones through gang violence. On top of, we got people who are wrongfully incarcerated because of the injustice of police, and you got people who just hate, right, and want to put them in jail. Right. So my thing was vindicate for those type of individuals, be a voice for them, a reconciliation, and shed light on these type of situations. Right. I done stood for all type of things being from my neighborhood. I took on certain beefs just because, okay, I'm from over here, these beefs didn't happen when I was around, but because I'm from over here,
automatically
my voluntary participation was volunteer. Right. So how come if I can volunteer for something that I didn't know of why the beef started, how come I can't politic on something that is right? It's an unrighteous and it's an injustice. Right. So I look at it from those two different perspectives now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And hopefully it encourages not just my community, but others to do the right thing. Like, hey man, you know this dude is foul.
Correct.
Kick him to the side and do what's right. You just got to stand on what's right.
Right.
And that's my message, and that's my point of view now.
Right.
You know, standing on what's right, voicing for cats that, you know, are getting injustice by the system and the community, and not standing for that bullshit, man.
I feel you.
Not standing for it at all.
I feel you.
So that's some true shit.